Let's wait because isn't there one still? Can take a picture.
Another thing I'm doing today is rendering some lamb tallow. So whenever I have just a little bit of fat, I like to just do it in the oven and then periodically check on it and pour off whatever fat has already rendered. So I have a little bit of lamb fat here. I'm putting it into my glass pan and I'm going to just put that in the oven at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Lamb tallow is one of my favorites for whenever I have a baby who's starting solids because it's such a mild, gentle animal fat that is usually tolerated by just about anybody in my experience. So that's my favorite fat to start them with. So I had a jar of raw milk sitting in the refrigerator for a bit longer than usual, and I decided to go ahead and let it sour all the way. So I just let it sit on the counter and it separated beautifully into curds and whey, as you can see. And I'm going to separate it further by letting the whey drip out of it. So to do that, I have a flour sack towel in the bottom of my colander, and then I'm just setting that on top of a metal bowl, pouring everything in, and then I'm going to tie up the solids and let that further drip whey so that it will become more solid and it can be made into like a wonderful cream cheese spread. And then the whey is wonderful to use for all sorts of things. You can make electrolyte drinks out of it, you can add it to smoothies, you can make wonderful slushies by blending it with frozen fruit, all kinds of tasty things. Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm just wanting to talk a little bit about something that recently happened to my channel that was pretty upsetting and stressful, and I'm just gonna, jump in. So at the time of the filming of this video, it has been a few weeks since this happened, but I woke up in the morning and noticed, I think it was a text was the first thing that I saw from somebody who helps me, and I quick ran over to my computer and looked at the email account for my YouTube channel, because whenever I think of security being compromised, then that's the first thing I always think of is the YouTube channel, the community that we've built, and all of the hard work that I've put into making all of these videos. And so I immediately rushed over there and saw a couple really disturbing emails about YouTube had a really bad problem with something that I had posted within the last 24 hours, and then the next one said that your account was taken down. And the first one that said that they had a problem called my account by a different name. So I was immediately in panic mode. As I was looking through these things on my computer, I was shaking. It was a weekend day, so my husband was there, which I was really thankful about, because he was just like, okay, you do whatever you need. I have everything else. You focus on this. I've got everything else. And so I did. I just was like, what do I do? Trying to think straight while being so scared. First thing I did was reach out to YouTube support, letting them know my channel has been hacked. And they have, sadly, this is becoming common enough that they have a whole protocol, a form that you fill out, chat with them if your channel is a certain size. And so I did that, filled it out, and I was so nervous because I had seen channels where this had happened to before, and it looked very stressful. There's a lot of mixed things. Some people got their channel back eventually. Some people, it took a while. Some people never got it back. So I did not know what to expect. Everything was just very, very unknown. And I just gave it all over to God, and I just walked through the steps that I knew what to do, a step at a time, knowing that He had it all in control, and everything that was unfolding was part of His perfect plan, and I just needed to walk through it a step at a time to see what that was going to be. So I, started off by contacting YouTube support, chatted with them, told them everything. They were like, just fill out this form. We'll get back with you very soon. So I was like, okay, I hope soon means soon. And they wanted a little bit more additional information. So what ended up happening was somebody who helps me, who this person does a fantastic job. There was an email that came to me, and it was very professional looking, very well disguised, trying to look like a sponsorship email that wanted to possibly work with me and wanted me or whoever was working on my behalf to click on a link and fill out something. And so that's what happened. My helper, my fantastic helper, clicked on the link, and it immediately downloaded malware onto her computer. I feel so bad for her too, because her computer got completely hacked. Some of her personal accounts got hacked, but basically what they did is they worked through her email. It wasn't even my email. That's my general email that I use for my business. It wasn't the email that was associated with the account. It wasn't the Google account associated with the channel. It was her email. And through her email and her computer, they were somehow able to bypass every bit of security that I had in place for the channel. Of course, I knew that this was a possibility, and so I had everything in place. The two-factor authentication, everything. Change my password on a regular basis, everything that there is, I had it. But it just blows my mind how brilliant these hackers are. I think it's so incredibly sad that people this gifted use this ability for something this terrible. I don't even understand what they get out of it. They had control of my channel for such a short amount of time before YouTube took it down. They didn't post any videos. They made all of my videos private, changed all the information about the channel so that it looked completely different. And then it was some type of a live video about how to steal Bitcoin, I believe is what it was. I'm not really sure. That's my best understanding. But yeah, so it's just really sad that people that gifted use that ability for something like this. We had to work, first of all, with YouTube support to secure my helper's Google account that was hacked. Got that back, then YouTube was able to go in and clean up everything that the hacker had done in the channel and revert it back. And then there was a little bit that I had to do. I had to go back in and put my branding, like my picture, my banner image, my about info. I had to go through and make all of my videos public again. I was so relieved and so thankful. It really didn't take very long. It was by the next day, the afternoon of the next day, that I had the channel back. So I was very thankful, so relieved. It just made me appreciate everything all over again. To have something taken away like that you've worked so hard on just makes you kind of step back and reassess everything. I remember thinking, people are okay. Things are things. They can be replaced to certain degrees, but people cannot be replaced. All of our people are okay. That's what matters. Just, trying to think through things and keep my priorities straight. But boy, that was very stressful. Would not wish that on anyone. My biggest advice to anyone who has anything that they've built online is to never click anything in an email. Make sure that anybody who does work for you or has access to your emails or has access to anything that is yours, any of your accounts, who does anything on behalf of you at all, knows to never click anything in an email, any link, and never open any attachment in any email that you don't 100% trust. So yes, that's kind of my thing to pass on to anyone, so that hopefully that can not ever happen to anyone ever again, because it's so scary, so stressful. So that's what happened. That's why my channel was gone for a day and a half, 2 days, 48 hours. I think it was a little less than 48 hours, something like that. And I know some people, quite a few people reached out actually, like, oh, I wanted to find this one recipe. Where's your video on this? Your videos aren't coming up. I tried to click this link and it says your channel was taken down. And so as quickly as I did, I went and did a little story on Instagram, and I just updated everybody with what had happened, let them know that they could try to contact YouTube or post on Twitter if they wanted to ask them to help me get my channel back. And a lot of you did, and I thank you so very much. And then lots of very, very nice comments and emails came in that everybody was, you know, rooting for me, really hoping that I could get it back, and that meant so much to me. So thank you so very much, you guys, for all of the great support. And then as soon as I got it back, I sent out another email letting everybody know it's back, and thank you so much for all the support. And so I know that a lot of people were also relieved. So that's what happened. So that's all the details of everything that I went through with having my channel hacked. Pretty scary, pretty stressful. Technology is getting more and more complicated. People are getting smarter at figuring out ways around it. I'm really hoping that Google, who owns YouTube, I'm sure they are, but I hope they're working hard to figure out ways to stop people who are able to bypass all of that security and still get into somebody's channel like that, because that's pretty concerning. So yeah, of course, right away afterwards, we took lots of different measures to change passwords, secure everything, you know, all accounts, change all the passwords, secure everything. If there was further ways to do that, then we did. There really wasn't. I really had everything in place already, but just did what we could just to make sure everything was very secure. So yeah, very thankful to be back. I wasn't sure if I needed to start another channel, if I was going to be one of the people who didn't get it back, but yeah, very thankful. Yeah, thank you again for all of the wonderful comments, messages, emails, everything that you guys sent during that hard time. And we are back. We are moving forward with more videos, lots of cooking, nourishing recipes, food content, bringing you along with some of our homesteading adventures as we try to take this piece of property and turn it into something that can produce food for us. It's going to be a long-term project and lots of different steps along the way. Always my thing is to just like clean everything up, and we've already thrown away so much stuff, so much trash and clutter and everything, and that's always what I revert to, is like, get rid of everything, start over clean and fresh and new. And my husband is more of like, let's repurpose stuff and figure out a way to use what's here and everything like that. And I'm always like, well, we need like good looking videos, we need to get rid of the extra buildings and paint the ones that are there and like clean everything up so it looks nice for videos. And then all in the background of, we have lives and we're busy, we have lots of stuff to do. So yeah, we have so many projects going on right now, just trying to be smart about it and prioritize and work on the most important things first, keep the needle of progress moving forward. But it's really fun, and I'm really glad to be able to document this for you guys. Oh, one other thing I was going to mention is I'm so very thankful for my email list. This is again another advice to anybody who has anything online that they've built by way of platforms and followings and things, is that we don't actually own our followings on any social media platform. The platform owns that, and different things can happen. The best thing is to be growing an email list, so that way you have your group of people that you own. Your email list is really the only thing that you own. And so that way, if something does happen, you can still reach your followers and let them know, hey, I'm here, here's what happened, here's where to find me now, all that kind of thing. So very thankful that I have built up a great email list, and so I was able to keep people updated on what exactly was happening. And so yeah, definitely advice for anybody who is growing something online. Build an email list and take good care of it. And if anybody is interested in growing a following online, because it is seriously such a fun job. I mean, how long have I been doing this? 6 years, I think. It is so fun to be making content around the things that I love, that I'm passionate about, that I enjoy. It's something that's so flexible, that fits around my passion for being at home with my kids and putting my family first. It fits around that so well. And then it's a business, so it's an income as well. So what I was saying was, even with this one little blip of a stressful thing, and with what, 6 years, don't let that discourage anybody from starting and growing something like this, because it's so rewarding, so worth it. And yeah, I'm so very thankful. So, but if you are interested in doing something like this for yourself, I do have courses. I have a bundle course where I teach how to do an Etsy shop, a blog, and a YouTube channel, or you can get any of those 3 individually too. So I'll have information on that down in the description box if you're interested. But anyway, thanks so much again, as always, for being here, for watching. And if you like these types of videos about nourishing recipes and natural living, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!